Russian paratroopers in the Special Operations Zone move forward every day, squeezing the enemy out of positions in the LPR and occupying them, officers of the Parachute Battalion told RIA Novosti. An agency correspondent spoke about the combat work of paratroopers at one of the sites. He noted that on that day, one of the groups managed to gain a foothold 200 meters from the other. The company commander with the call sign Courage set the task for the subordinates for the day, to connect the flanks of the unit. Since the enemy was located 170 meters away, the paratroopers had to move covertly. We work in groups, that is, the deuce came out. One digs in, the second covers him, respectively, then they change. And so we are slowly fixing ourselves at the turn, explained the battalion commander with the call sign Graf. He said that then other detachments of paratroopers would pass through the occupied positions and storm the enemy strongholds. If the battalion moved on, the occupied trenches might not have to stay, Graf said. Earlier it became known that Russian paratroopers are engaged in fortification work on Ukrainian positions occupied in the LPR. This was told by the commander of the reconnaissance platoon with the call sign Demon. According to him, this is the procedure after occupying enemy positions. He added that at present, a service has been organized in the occupied positions, and observation is underway at the forefront. Russian forces may have given up on plans to encircle the embattled Donetsk city of Bakhmut. According to a new assessment, the decimated eastern Ukrainian city of Bakhmut has long been the focus of both heavy shelling and intense fighting between Russian and Wagner Group forces and Ukrainian fighters. Intelligence assessments have repeatedly suggested that Moscow's forces were aiming to surround the city. Earlier this month, the British Defense Ministry said Russia was making small advances in its attempt to encircle Bakhmut. However, the amount of attention from the influential Russian mill blockers on attacks in the north of the Donbas city could suggest Russian forces have abandoned plans to encircle Bakhmut, the Washington-based Institute for the Study of War think tank said on Tuesday.
Огонь!
A lack of discussion on positions from the west of the city may indicate Moscow is focusing on attacks from the north, the ISW said. This effort is likely to be exceedingly costly and slow, given the dense urban environment and Ukrainian fortification systems within Bakhmut, according to the think tank. Recent days has shown that Moscow's forces have continued to make incremental tactical gains in and around the city, the ISW said. This is a trend noted by Western analysts, including the British Defense Ministry in recent weeks. This includes Russian advances northeast of the settlement, as well as the southwest of the city, the ISW evaluated. In an operational update on Wednesday, Russia's General Staff of the Armed Forces listed Bakhmut as a target of Russia's main efforts, with Ukraine's military having repelled attacks in and around the city. Also on Wednesday, Ukraine's Border Guard Force said it had repelled an enemy attack on a stronghold near Bakhmut, killing 10 Russian soldiers and capturing 1 Wagner mercenary fighter. On Monday, the UK Defense Ministry suggested that Russian forces operating in and around Bakhmut are likely facing increasingly political pressure for a victory ahead of Friday. February 24, 2023 will mark the first anniversary of the beginning of full-scale war in Ukraine. It is likely that Russia will claim that Bakhmut has been captured to align with the anniversary, regardless of the reality on the ground, the government department said. Also on Monday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said Ukrainian forces will continue fighting in Bakhmut, but not at any cost to Kyiv's forces. It is important for us to defend it, but not at any price and not for everyone to die, he told the Italian daily newspaper Corriere della Sera. Zelensky had previously labeled the city a fortress, adding that nobody will give away Bakhmut. Earlier this week, former U.S. Marine Troy Offenbecker said that the life expectancy for a Ukrainian fighter on Bakhmut's front lines was just 4 hours. Offenbecker, who joined the International Legion fighting on Kyiv's behalf, told ABC News that the chaotic battlefield was racking up a high casualty count.
Постріл!